Go live on YouTube. Hello, fantastic. Hello, YouTube, and welcome. See here, logging in here for our live Zilllicious Connect and Q&A. We're going to do a little ZILL skill drilling. We're going to drill your ZILL skills, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So as you log in, say hello. I would love to know, how are you? Happy New Year. How was your holiday? And let me know how this first week of the new year has been treating you. I know it feels a little bit like before my daughter ended up back in school, it was a little bit of this weird no man's land of like, well, we're kind of still doing family stuff, but all the big holiday events are over and you're sort of waiting to get the new year started. I am curious how you have started your new year. Have you made some exciting dance plans for the year? Are you planning on playing your finger symbols this year? Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, because I will be here a lot connecting with you. I've got a fun drill for you to do today. And I have been in my office in front of my computer planning for the year. And of course, you know, we've got the 2026 ZILL challenge will definitely happen this year. And so, you know, get those ZILLs dusted off so we can make some music together. I'm very excited for that. All right, fantastic. So let me know what's going on. I did see a question that was posted here in the group. I'm going to scroll down here and find it. That way I can answer it. Karen was asking. I love it. Thank you for your question, Karen. I was taught something that I think of as a tick with my ZILLs. My version is cupped hands with top of thumb ZILL hitting bottom of middle finger ZILL. I feel it is more of a soft clack. Would this be considered a completely different sound from the tick? And what would I call it? Okay, let me try to recreate what you're talking about here, Karen. So your version is cupped hands with the thumb ZILL, top of the thumb ZILL hitting the bottom of the middle finger ZILL. So Karen, whether you catch this live or you watch it in the replay, is this what you mean? Cupped hand, top of thumb ZILL, touching the bottom of the upper ZILL. This is exactly what I call the clack. Or the tick. I mean, not the clack. This is exactly what I call a tick. This is my favorite way to play the tick, where like they're sort of perpendicular to each other. This is the way I typically teach it. This is the way I often play it. There's another variation that I talk about a lot, where you're actually going to take the top of your thumb ZILL more towards the edge, towards the pinky side of your upper finger symbol, usually because either you have like an elastic that gets in the way, or maybe this is a more stable place to play it. But absolutely, this is the tick. What I was kind of curious that you might be asking, and let me just talk about this because I think it's a fun extra sound, just in case you haven't played with this one. You can also take this and reverse it. Check it out. So now I also have a very cupped hand, right? But I'm putting my thumb on the top. And when I play this way, I think my thumb does a little bit more of the action, though my middle finger pulls in towards that. And it's a slightly different sound. I don't know how much of it travels through like my computer audio, but this is a tick, which is a bit of a higher sound. And this, which is a little bit more dark, round, muffled. Yeah, this I learned from Kareem Nagy as a talk. So I like, you get tick, tock, tick, tock. So this is one that I don't use as often. I should use it more this year. It's very satisfying. And because it like sort of reverberates off the inside of your hand, it has a little bit of a darker sound. So you'll have to let me know if that is the same as your tick. I think our ticks are the same, right? And this is the beauty and the curse of finger symbols, that there's no like standard nomenclature. People don't teach this all the same way. There's not like a definite methodology. There's lots of different methodologies, and there's some people who have really codified their methodology, and then there's some people who just, you know, teach finger symbols. And so I think there's a lot of exploration to be had. I think that this allows us to just sort of play with sounds. Within my membership, within the Finger Symbol Revolution, we are always coming up with new sounds, and we'll make challenges where we try to come up with new sounds. So I'm curious, as you're watching, like, how many finger symbol sounds do you know? Which might be different than how many finger symbol sounds do you use, right? I think at last count, and I haven't counted in a while, I probably like have in my arsenal maybe 12 different finger symbol sounds, but I really only regularly use like half of those, maybe 5 of them, something like that. And so I regularly use those in my playing, especially if I'm playing a cappella. But there's a lot of fun to be had, and we should never limit ourselves with the sounds that our ZILLs can make. So hello, Mr. Zenadin, good to see you. Yes, the revolution. Thank you for asking, New York City, Daniel Rebel. The Revolution reopens in May, but if you are interested in getting on the waiting list, every once in a while I'll do a flash sale during the year before May to kind of get people in so you're ready to go when the ZILL Challenge starts. You can go to sahirabellydances.com/revolution. And there's a link there to get onto the wait list. So feel free to jump onto the wait list. Then you'll be the first to know when it reopens. And you will also be the first to know when the ZILL Challenge launches, usually in May. I'm literally doing my calendar right now, but probably May. So would love to have you come and make music with us there. It should be super fun. So today I'm here to answer your questions. If you have any other questions, please just post them in the chat. And then I have a little ZILL drill for you. And this one's kind of geeky. So sorry, not sorry. I'm a little bit of a geek. And I love rhythm and I love music and I love numbers and I love counting. For those of you who don't know, I was an engineer before I was a belly dancer. And I think it kind of shows in my playing and in my teaching style. And so we're going to talk today about a concept that's actually quite important. It's not just geeky, but it's quite important when we're talking about musicianship with our finger cymbals. And then we're going to do a little drill that will probably sound simple, but most likely not feel simple. Yeah, are you guys game for this? Shall we give this a try? So, okay, a tiny little bit of theory. Ooh, and let me get your question really quick before I jump into this theory. New York City. How do I reduce the clompy clompy sound when ringing my zills? Oh, yes, absolutely. So the clompy clompy sound, and let me know if I've got this right. I think of this as the zills being a little bit too close together when my hands are supposed to be open. Part of playing the zills, part of the skill is connecting them when you want them to connect and getting them to connect in the way that you'd like to make the sound that you would like. Part of the skill is making sure they do not connect when you don't want them to connect, right? So let's say I'm trying to get a nice, clean, basic tone, which I consider to be this, right? Where the cymbals connect almost completely, open quickly so the ring comes out, right? If I do not quite open my hands far enough and I get like a little extra reverb, if it sounds a little clompy clompy to me because my fingers are not opening up quickly enough. Right, so I'm getting a lot of extra sound. I think Z. Helene in Austin, she calls that loose change. It just kind of sounds like loose change, like a bunch of metal wiggling around in your pocket. So that could probably be it. The other thing to look at is how clean is the connection of your finger cymbals when you connect them, right? Is it coming down all together at once and opening, or is something funky happening due to angles where like you're getting like a close that's not all at the same time? And then you get a little bit more extra tone, which is not necessarily bad. I like to use all the sounds so you can kind of play with those ideas, but that cleanliness of the stroke will definitely affect the way the tone sounds. So yeah, hopefully that is helpful. Yes, excellent, good. I'm glad that that's useful to you. So here is our geeky section of today's class. We're talking about three finger cymbal rhythms, three Arabic rhythms for belly dance, right? We're going to talk about Beledi, Saidi, Maksum. And I have this on my mind because I'm actually right in the middle of making a release for my Finger Cymbal Revolution members that dives into these three rhythms and then talks about like identifying them, playing them, dancing to them, all of that. But what it reminded me of is the moment that I learned this many, many years ago, that it changed my finger cymbal playing forever. So first off, let me know, are you familiar with Beledi, Saidi, Maksum? Have you heard the words before? These are all common belly dance rhythms. What's super interesting about these three rhythms is if you merely count them, if you merely count the foundation of what makes these rhythms the rhythms that they are, they're counted this way. The Beledi is 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4, and it happens to be doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech. I'm singing you an open Beledi. Many of you are probably thinking, wait, no, isn't it? Doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech. Yes, yes. And that's a semi-filled Beledi. That's getting fancy with the Beledi, right? So our doom, doom, tech, is the open Beledi, the very basic that makes Beledi the Beledi. So now the Saidi is counted like this: 1 and 3, 4. 1 and 3, 4. And it goes like this: doom tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tek in the open variation. One more, the maksum, is counted this way. 1 and 3, 4. 1 and 3, 4. And it goes like this. Doom, tek, tek, doom, tek, doom, tek, tek, doom, tek. So now the pop quiz, the $1 million question, did you notice anything about those 3 rhythms and how they're counted? Any guesses? Yeah? Those 3 rhythms are counted exactly the same way, right? All 3, Beledi, Saidi, Maksum, 1 and 3, 4. The thing that makes them different is where the dooms and the teks fall, right? Where is a doom? Where is a tek? Where you've got your Beledi, right? You have doom, doom, tek, your Saidi is doom, tek, doom, doom, tek. So the difference is where's the doom, where's the tek? Now, you're like, why are you telling me all this drum stuff, Sahira? I'm playing the finger cymbals and I'm belly dancing. What does this have to do with anything? Here's the kicker. We are musicians. The finger cymbals are a percussion instrument. They actually make some good melody too, but we'll call them for today, we'll call them a percussion instrument. And they make different sounds, just like a drum has multiple sounds, a doom, a tek, a ka, right? We've already talked about the tick, the basic, the ring, the clack, right? And then there's like a dozen other ones we could play with. The talk, we talked about the talk, right? If we play always with one sound, which a lot of us do, I do a lot of times when I dance, I'm not saying this is a terrible thing, but if we only ever play with one sound, those 3 phenomenal, very fantastic Arabic belly dance rhythms are all the same. They're all exactly the same. We play them all exactly the same. And I learned this concept from Kareem Nagy probably like 15 years ago. And it was one of these like moments when I was like, no way. And that kind of blew my mind. And it made me really passionate about wanting to play the zills with multiple tones. Because why would I leave all of this beautiful world of rhythm undiscovered, right, in my cymbal playing, because I'm sticking to one tone? So the caveat being that, when I'm playing with a band or I'm playing in a loud scenario, like I'm usually using mostly basics and clacks, right? When I'm playing a cappella, when I'm playing as part of the band, you better bet that I'm using a whole bunch of different tones, because that's what these zills are capable of, right? So this is what we're going to do with this today. We're going to pick Beledi because I feel like this is the one that people know the best. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a challenge with the cymbal. So I want to start you off with something that you hopefully know really well. Yeah. So Beledi, we're going to start with, and I'm going to invite you to play only the open rhythm, which might feel a little weird if you're used to playing the full or the semi-filled rhythm, the doom, doom, tekka, tek, doom, tekka, tek. We're taking out all the tekkas, tekka, tekkas, right? We're just doing doom, doom, tek, doom, tek, doom, doom, tek, doom, tek. I'm going to invite you to play it first on one hand, and then we will play it on the other hand, as opposed to alternating hands, because when you go to fill in the rhythms, the base of the rhythm, the open rhythm, will live on one hand most likely. Just like when drummers play, their accented dooms and their teks happen on their dominant hand. So that's what I'm going to start with. My right hand is my dominant hand. So I'm going to play the doom, doom, tek, that open Beledi on my dominant hand. When we play the finger cymbals, when I talk about making them match the concept of the drums, our dooms, our open ring tones is the basic, and our accented tek is the clack, right? Doom and tek, doom and tek, right? Doom and tek, doom and tek, right? So you've got those 2 sounds, right? Doom has the ring, tek is muted. So we're bringing our finger cymbals together. So we're playing with a basic and a clack. All right. So here's your challenge. First, we're going to do it, and we're just going to mark time. If you're in a place where you can stand up and mark time, or maybe just bop in your chair, right? I want us to mark time. That way it's always connected to the tempo, always connected in our body. That way when we go to dance with the finger cymbals, it's not such a jarring challenge, right? So if we're thinking, let's see, 2 and 3, 4. If I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1 and 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4. And I always say, if you can say it, you can play it. So I'm going to invite you to say it with me 3 times. And then we're going to play it doom, doom, tech, or bass, bass, clack, yeah? So 5, 6, we're saying it first. It's doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom. One more time. Doom, doom, tech, doom. Here we go. Bass, bass, clack, bass. Nope. Maybe the other hand. I was going to talk. It screws me up. How did that work? Right? It's a seemingly simple thing because we're not playing a very filled rhythm. We're not doing anything super complex, but we're changing sounds, and we are trying to change sounds as we keep the beat in our body, right? So we're going to try that one more time because then I'm going to make it harder. Yeah, then I'm going to make it harder. So let's try it one more time, marking the rhythm however you would like. Yeah, if you're feeling good, you can start to put some belly dance moves on it, but don't worry, I'm going to give you some belly dance moves to play with it very soon. So, okay, let's give this a try. So going back, playing it about the same tempo. Let's say same tempo, yeah? So marking your time, 5, 6, first hand goes. Other hand. Okay. Let me know. Let me know if you got the chance to try it. Let me know in the chat. How is that going? Now, we're going to dance with it. Yeah, we're going to dance with it. So what I'd like to do first is a hip pattern that's going to work really well with the zills. It's going to reinforce the zills. And in fact, I think of bellady. Oftentimes when the bellady shows its face the first time in a song, the dancer goes into big hip drops and the audience starts clapping. It's a great moment, right? It's a great moment. So we're going to do hip drops in honor of this moment that happens so often on the belly dance stage. And this first time, we're going to make our hips match the rhythm. We are going to do down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Do you see what I'm doing here? Doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech. Hopefully that should feel really good. For the sake of ambidexterity, I'm going to do my right hand when I do my right hip, and I'll do my left hand when I do my left hip. You feel free to work it however you'd like, yeah? So let's try this. Let's get the finger cymbals going first. We're going doom, doom, doom. Let's go. Other side, just the hand to start. All right, here we go. How did that feel? How did that feel? The left side was a little funky for me because I don't left hand lead very often, but it was good. It was good. Oh, good. You're going along in your head. Excellent. Nicely done. Right? Practicing your brain counts for sure, especially if like you're at work or whatnot. Don't scare your coworkers by busting out your zills at the office. Yeah. Okay. So awesome. Okay. So now we're going to try one more hip pattern. And what we're going to do here is just our more classic drop release. Just our more classic drop release. So the big takeaway here, the big challenge or the concept is that our hips are not going to match the zills, because most of the time when we play the zills, our hips are not doing what our zills are doing. They're doing something different, right? And so we have to build that ability to keep a rhythm in our hand and allow the body to do something different, right? So it's a little bit of like, you know, one of these, patting the head and rubbing the belly, right? So same thing. I'm going to do right hand 4 times, left hand 4 times, and I'll switch hips too. And what we're going to do this time, I'm doing just drop, release, right? So just my classic drop release. Yeah, I'm thinking doom, doom, tech, bass, bass, clack, doom, doom, tech, 5, 6, here we go. Other side, let's get the hips going. Think doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, doom, doom, tech, doom, tech. 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, here you go. Hey, how did that go? It's challenging. Yeah, it's challenging for sure. And so work it slowly. Yeah, work it slowly, especially if you are not as familiar with multi-tonal zilling, right? With using more than one sound. And I zilled for years using probably just two sounds, the basic and the clack, before I even realized there were more sounds to play with. And now I would say I'm pretty much always using like 2 or 3 sounds every time I pick up my finger cymbals. Nothing quite so like focused as I am playing the melody with the sounds that the melody is played with. I'm just using more sounds to create more interest, to create more melodicness in the finger cymbals, right? And so it's one of those that it's a little weird when you first do it because it requires some like hand gymnastics, right? So getting used to those hand gymnastics is going to be like what makes it easier for you to develop this style of playing and really dive into using those different sounds, which is a lot of fun because it really opens up a lot of options within the cymbals. So, my friends, this was fantastic and so much fun. It's really nice to get back to zilling after a little bit of a break. Thanks to all of you who are part of the Belly Dance New Year's Countdown. That was a really fun program that we took, 6 days and danced our way into the new year together. And so we did get to play some finger cymbals there, which was so much fun. It was a really great opportunity to kind of keep the momentum going throughout the holiday season and to dance into the new year together. So thanks to all of you who participated in that. And now we are ready for a new year of dance together. So for those of you on YouTube, keep watching my channel. Be sure you're subscribed. I release brand new content every single week. And I also have just recently gotten more involved in the like community section of Facebook. There's like a posts area on my channel. And so I post extras like the announcement for this live and little polls and whatnot. So I'd love to connect with you there. And those of you on Facebook in my Zilllicious group, I love you all, are the Zill stars of my heart. Y'all are amazing. Keep the great conversations going. Keep the love of Zills alive. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, absolutely happy to be here and to check in. And I'll have to, I'll do the belly roll the next time, but I do have a really good tutorial on my YouTube channel for the belly roll. You all have a wonderful afternoon and a fabulous start to your new year. And I look forward to seeing you all on the dance floor soon. Bye.